What up, everybody? Welcome to the Banski Show, episode 3, featuring Mylez da Vinci, producer, rapper, singer extraordinaire. Today, we talk about making hits from beginning to end, his upbringing, educational foundation in music. Man, so many gems to take away. I talk about how he got into music, his motivations, his support system, a lot of takeaways. Tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like on Facebook, Instagram, follow everything. And then you make sure you go to livingthedreamrecords.com, get the merch. We got the new shirts. We got the hats, Banski hats, the Lewski shirts. Tap in, livingthedreamrecords.com. You dig?
No doubt.
What up, what up? Welcome to the Banski Show. I'm here with Mylez da Vinci. Thank you for joining us. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I've been slapping your song, I Do This for the Cities, man, ever since I discovered it on Clubhouse when you shared it with that group. Bro, thank you for joining us today. Mylez da Vinci is with us today. Would you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, just to the listeners? I'm sure you can do it better than anyone else.
What's going on, world? It's yours truly, Mylez da Vinci. Singer, songwriter, producer, engineer. Have my own label, Milestone Music. You follow me on Instagram at Milestone Music. That's MYLEZSTONE Music. So yeah.
That's what's up, bro. So, man, how did you find Clubhouse? Because that's, like I said, that's where I found your music. That's where I heard you. I popped in. Me personally, I just stumbled upon it. I don't even remember where I heard about the beta, but I popped in like 2 weeks ago, and so I was really like less than a week in when I popped into that music room and you shared your song. And it blew everybody away. They're all, everyone loved it. And
yes.
Yeah, dude. And I had to reach out, but I'm just curious, how did you get into the Clubhouse app?
Oh, I found out. I think one of my uncle's homeworks had posted something. I think it was either on Facebook or Instagram, and I said something about him making connections with people on Clubhouse because he does music too. So I'm like, all right, let me, figure it out and see what's Gucci with it, because everybody's talking about it now too. Besides him, like even a couple of my own friends been talking about it. So I'm like, all right, let me just figure it out and see what's good with it. So I jumped on and.
Have you shared your music on that platform before, or was that the first time?
Well, I've only been on there for about a month in total. So any other time before that, no. I came on Clubhouse January 19th. But anytime before me doing that, nah, I haven't done that. I thought it was a great opportunity for me to do so.
That's what's up. No, I'm glad you did, dude. Because I don't know. I'm sure I would have heard about you eventually, but I'm glad I heard about it that night. Bro. So Mylez.
Yes, sir.
So where are you from, bro?
I'm from Orlando, Florida. I was born in New York City, but I'm from Orlando, Florida.
From Orlando, Florida.
Mhm.
Nice. And how did you first get into music? Because you mentioned that you wear many hats. You said engineer, producer. You're obviously a singer.
Mhm.
I mean, I would say you sound a lot like, you remind me of Roddy Ricch. I mean, you're killing it, bro. Oh, and that other dude, that he does that Quicksand song.
Oh, I gotta hear it again.
But bro, he's fire too. But yeah, your skill level is on another level. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh no, you good. I'm 26 years old.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. So you got your whole career ahead of you.
Yeah.
You guys just getting cooking.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So how did you get into like recording music, and just how did you get into music in general? Just like your interests.
Man, I've been around music since the day I was born. Like my parents have always played music around me. You know what I'm saying? And then I used to do talent shows when I was like 7 or 8.
What kind of music what kind of music did your parents play when you were younger?
They played a lot of hip hop and R&B. Sometimes my mom would throw in a little salsa in there, but they played a lot of hip hop and R&B around me.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, like
Any particular names, artists
Biggie,
come to mind?
Biggie, Tupac, Nas. You know what I'm saying? Redman, the Wu-Tang, like all of them, all those artists, they've been playing around me. Even on the R&B side of things, I listen to Brandy, Monica, Adina Howard, So For Real, Blackstreet, all that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that you got a huge like the R&B. You got man, you got all the skills, bro. It's so sick.
man, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So dope, dude. So yeah, you started listening to all kinds of music. Sounds like which developed your interest. And how did you get into recording music? 'Cause I mean, it's not everybody does it. Well, I guess nowadays a lot more people do it. But how did you get introduced into just the songwriting process and just recording on a DAW and laying down tracks?
Being around a lot of my peers at Orlando Tech, shout out to Orlando Tech. That's where I went to school to work to learn a lot of the digital audio software and songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
So just being around them and then being able to figure out how to use the software myself with my situation being blind, it was a challenge at first for sure. But I think once I got to actually sitting down and really focusing on mastering it, I was like, okay, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna make sure I keep doing this. This is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So Orlando Tech is where you got your educational foundation in the music?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Shout out to Mr. Cobo, Mr. Carl.
Okay, shout out to Mr. Carl.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, man? The people that paved the way.
Yes, sir.
Open up the doors. Gotta recognize. Shout out to them. So you mentioned your condition. You're blind. Could you tell me a little bit about that? And when you discovered, were you born blind? And just give us a little background on that.
Okay. Well, yes, I was born blind. I have a condition called anophthalmia, which basically means no eyes. They didn't fully develop when I was born, so I had to, use prosthetics for the facial structure, help my facial structure. This is when I was little. They helped my facial structure grow out into, So now, and I've heard a lot of stuff about, there's surgeries for that. But honestly, I think I'm glad where I'm at right now. So.
So you've managed to do so much. I mean, you went through all these classes. You learned how to do software, to make beats, engineer. I don't even know how to engineer and mix, master. It's like, and I will say you responded to my email calendar invite quicker than anyone else. It was almost it was less than 3 minutes after I sent it. Yeah. You had already. So how do you? It blows my mind. It's amazing. How do you manage to overcome these obstacles that most people with vision struggle with?
It's all about a strong support system, man. And not only do you need a strong support system, you have to have the will to do. You have to have the will to do what you want to do. If you really want to if you really want to do something, you would put your mind to it. And that's through education, mainly through education. So and my father pushes that a lot. So I'm glad that I'm in the position I'm in because of education.
Yeah. How did if you don't mind me asking, I'm naive to I know Braille, the code, the touching, they have the the bumps you can fill in and they spell out letters. Is that the method of the learning, or is it just mainly audio nowadays?
Well, no, Braille is still around. I just don't use it. I just stopped using it after high school. I've been doing everything on computers.
Okay. Yeah.
All my assignments in college, I do everything on computer now. So, because they're not going to sit there and try to decipher what you're saying in Braille. So I had to adapt and be okay, I have to go strictly computer now because everything is online anyway.
amazing. Wow. That leads me into the song. I listened to your song "If I Had Sight,"
Yes.
and it made me cry. I got to be honest with you.
Appreciate that.
I've never broke down in tears ever. Actually, probably there's one other song. There's a song about. Have you ever heard the song "Give Me Jesus"?
I don't think so.
It's an amazing song, but I think that was probably the only other song that kind of brought tears to my eye. But Brody, that song was powerful, bro, and it had me thinking about so many things that I take for granted. Of course, the topic you were talking about vision and your own perspective in your life, but man, it really floored me, and it really made me just realize all the stuff I take for granted and the gifts from God that I just disrespect. So I want to thank you for making that song, and yeah, dude, it was amazing. I recommend anyone that's listening to this stop, go check out If I Had Sight, and then come back to listen to this podcast. But definitely, yeah, that was an amazing song.
Appreciate it.
When did that come? When did you record that song?
I actually recorded that. It'll be almost 2 years around June, because I woke up one morning and I already had the song title in my head.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I was taking my summer courses for college, and I was like, okay, I want to write a song called "If I Had Sight." Like, I already had the title in my mind. I didn't know how I was gonna make the beat for it or anything like that. I just had a title.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I got home from school that day I started working on the beat for it, and I finished the beat and I finished the first verse and the chorus all in one night. Then I did the second half like the next day.
Mm.
It was one of them ones where like it was one of those ones that had to get done.
Mm-hmm. The urgency.
It was so powerful. Yeah, definitely urgency.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is one of them ones.
Mm-hmm. One of them ones. So it sounded like it came together pretty effortlessly.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I felt when I was writing it. I was like, okay, this is gonna be easy, because I had showed my father a rough draft. Like, I showed him the first verse, and he was actually the one that gave me the idea. He was like, all right, since you did the first verse on the struggles, flip the card around on the second and third. And I had to ponder on that for a little while. Then I wrote it down, recorded it, got it done, put it out on SoundCloud like literally the day after. Then went from SoundCloud to all streaming platforms.
That's what's up.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Does your pops give you feedback on your music frequently?
Oh, all the time. All the time. If I'm showing, whether I'm showing him a beat that I made or just a song, he'll let me know. He is like one of my biggest supporters. Him, my whole family in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope. That means a lot. Yeah, I coming from someone that my pops doesn't really support, but that's not why we do it. But when you do have support, it just makes it feel that much more meaningful.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. That's dope, dude. Shout out to Pops, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
He got you into education. Now he's schooling. Now he's your producer.
Nah, he's actually helping me with with the label that I got called Milestone Music.
Milestone Music?
Yes, sir. Milestone Music is my label. I'm signed to my own label.
Okay.
And
okay.
He's teaching me he's teaching me the blueprint basically. So like that, once I feel like I've grasped it enough, I can completely take over and just be like, okay, boom, I'm ready.
Yeah. So is he helping you with all the filing with the publishing and
right.
hashtag BMI?
Yes.
Sound exchange, all that type of stuff, distributing?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Okay, cool. Nice. And where did you where did you learn that side of the business? Because I know that that music business aspect is obscure for anyone, really. I mean, so yeah, I'm always curious as how people learn about that, because there's a lot of musicians and artists I talk to this day that's been doing music for years, and they still don't know anything about that.
Well, I've learned around the same time when I was in tech school. I had two teachers. I had one who was teaching me the technical side of the music, and then I had another one who would teach us like the business aspect, like PROs and how to get your publishing, how to keep track of your publishing, how to get movie placements. You know what I'm saying, and things like that. And I didn't know anything about that until I went to school. I was like, oh, okay. Even with the whole owning your own masters, like, that's a big deal. I preach that to people a lot when I'm in rooms and we talk about that. I'm like, listen, you gotta own your masters, bro. Like, from jump.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look, Ray Charles is one of my biggest influences.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Man, he's one of my biggest influences musically and business-wise. I've seen the movie maybe about 1,000 times and plus more, because I still want to keep watching it. But the more because when you see something more than once, you pick up something different every time.
No doubt. Yeah, all the little Easter eggs that you didn't know the first time.
Facts. Exactly.
So I
So
rewatch that.
Finding out about how he literally just walked up to the record company and was like, "Look, if you want to sign me, and I'm already producing my own record, you might as well let me own my masters too." And they, at first they looked at him kind of funny, like, "You never done that before." I'm like, he's like, "Well, that's how it's going to be. It's going to have to be if you want me to sign with you. Point blank, period."
I didn't realize that. So he was changing the game, kind of.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh man!
You go back to that movie. He literally talks to the record exec and is like, "Since I'm producing my own masters, my own records, I was wondering if I could own my own masters as well." Like, that's a real big part of it too. A lot of people don't realize that until after. Then they wonder why, and why they're not getting.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people fight over their masters. I'm like, oh, okay, this is real, and I didn't understand about it at first either until I looked more deep into it.
Yeah, it's mainly the level of shadiness, and predatory. People just looking for prey in the music industry.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's cutthroat.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope though. That you got support team. You've already been laced up. Sounds like over at Florida Tech.
Oh yeah.
And
shout out to them again, man. They really paved the way for me to do this thing. That's why I'm so cautious. I always have to tell people about things like that. Like, look.
Yeah, man.
Know what you're getting into before you sign them contracts. Know what you're reading. Because a lot of these artists, what they'll do is they'll take that advance money that they get from these labels and start flexing and all of this, but you got to pay that back.
Yep, you got to make all that income back by all your royalties and your publishing asset. So you're just getting an advance. You're really just getting a loan.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
That credit card loan debt.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's what's up. I wanted to. Is it cool if I do it for the city?
Yeah. For sure. My bad.
Definitely.
Excuse my background.
Oh, no worries. It's all good. It's all good, man. This is live. We live.
But yeah, for sure, man.
I'd love to play it. Before I play it, though, I wanted to ask you a couple questions about the creation of it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Just how did you come up with how did the song even come to be? Because I know that's a collaboration. It looks like with NVS.
My boy NVS. Yeah, that's my cousin.
Okay.
That's we real close. That's my cousin. But my boy, my other homeboy J Mouse, who produced the record, we were in another stream I mean, not another, but we were in a stream, and he was like, I got a beat for you to hear. I said, all right, cool, play it for me. Maybe about 15 to 20 seconds in, I'm like, all right, stop. I'm going to need you to send that ASAP. Now, mind you, in his eyes, that beat was supposed to be an R&B record. I didn't see it like that when I got the beat. I saw it as an anthem because I was already writing the hook. Homie, I'm just trying to get it. Like, I already had that in my head. Like, okay. Then my cousin came over to the house where I recorded. I recorded in my crib. I got a whole studio and everything. We started writing to the beat. And I'm like, yo, well, before you start writing, I told him, I was like, yo, I got a proposition for you. Well, I want you to guest appear on this track with me because I do this for the city. So we started writing verses. And then during that process, me and him are watching the Carmen the Opera. That's where I got my little Gregorian chant thing at the end that I do. So I was watching that. Got the song finished. It was a good session. Like it was one of those ones where you had to be there type vibe. You know what I mean? It was like, you had to be at the session. It was crazy.
And the session happened all online?
Nah, we was right here in my house.
Okay.
He came over to the house.
Okay, my bad. You said you're recording the stream at the beginning.
No. I was in the stream with the producer who made the beat before I do this for the city.
Okay, so that was online. That was an online room.
Yeah, that was online. Yeah, that was prior to the actual session itself.
Gotcha. So you were cooking up with them, with your producer online. Shout out to what's your name? The producer?
My homeboy, J Mouse.
J Mouse. So you were cooking up with J Mouse on an online room, probably Zoom.
It wasn't Zoom. It was just like a audio streaming platform where you can go live, but it's in audio form. Dabble, that's what it's called. And me and him, he's also blind as well. J Mouse is a producer. He got a joint out that he did for Tink called Motives. He produced that record.
Dope.
And when he sent me that beat, like I said, when he sent me that beat, he called it some R&B. He called it Without Your Love, but I didn't see it as that. Because, you know, you may hear one beat, one person may hear one beat one way, and then when you send it to another person, they hear something totally different.
For sure, yeah.
So I think once I sent him the session, he lost his marbles. He was like, yeah, you went in on that shit.
Bro, you did. You fucking went in.
He was like, hopefully y'all snap.
So, man, with that being said, I'm gonna slap this one time.
Yes, sir.
Let's peep. I Do This for the City by Mylez da Vinci.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
J-Mouse.
Homie, I'm just tryna get it. Homie, I'm just tryna get it. Fuck you niggas that ain't with it. I do this shit for the city. Homie, I'm just tryna get it. Homie, I'm just tryna get it. About that money, fuck your feelings. I do this shit for the city. Oh, I do this shit for the city. Oh, I do this shit for the city. Homie, I'm just tryna get it. Homie, I'm just tryna get it. About that money, fuck your feelings. I do this shit for the city. I do this shit for my real ones. We finna eat when the meal come. Trying my bread when I steal crumbs. Walk up on my table, you gon' feel dumb. See, that's where you fail. I'm reading you haters like Braille. I ain't tryna talk to these niggas right now. I just need to go talk to myself. I got money on my mind all day. Better stay out my way. I ain't got time to play with these niggas. I'm all about getting paid. Nigga better stick to his trade while I go and make all these figures. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I'm gonna succeed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Give the whole world to my family, yeah. I don't follow, I just lead. I'm a whole different breed. The difference between you and me is, homie, I'm just tryna get it. Homie, I'm just tryna get it. Fuck you niggas that ain't with it. this here for the city, oh. I do this here for the city, oh. I do this here for the city, homie. I'm just trying to get it, homie. I'm just trying to get it. By that money, fuck your feelings. I do this here for the city, whoa.
Do it for those who not mannequin. He don't worry me, he hope I don't handle them. Everyday struggles, complex niggas reaching your pockets, the button they trying to manage them. First of all, use just an image. My circle small like a percentage. And if I started, I'ma finish. I'm consistent cause it's business. Take my life or I'ma win it. And when I walk in, if I win it, ain't nobody ever gonna stop me. I make the trend, they copy. I fuck it up, this kid's got moxie. Niggas playing through the jungle like Jumanji. So much money on my mind, I cannot breathe. Money moves we put together. What's my age, I am forever. Need my family doing better. They gon' make my name the header.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I'm gonna succeed. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Give the whole world to my family, yeah.
I don't follow, I just lead.
I'm a whole different breed.
The difference between you and me is, homie, I'm just trying to get it. Homie, I'm just trying to get it. Fuck you niggas that ain't with it. I do this here for the city. Homie, I'm just trying to get it. Homie, I'm just trying to get it. About that money, fuck your feelings. I do this here for the city, oh. I do this here for the city, oh. I do this here for the city. Homie, I'm just trying to get it. Homie, I'm just trying to get it. About that money, fuck your feelings. I do this here for the city, oh.
Rowdy. Woo! Man, that song is a slapper.
No doubt.
That's my jammy, bro. I've been slapping that every single day, multiple times.
Follow my man NVSLKX on Instagram. That's exactly how it is. NVSLKX, man. Tap in with my boy. Don't sleep.
NVSLKX for sure.
Yes, sir. That's his IG.
Definitely tap in. I'm gonna tap in. Everybody else tap in too.
That's a fact.
Man, everybody need to go save "I Do This for the City" to the playlist and slap it at every gathering, every party that they at.
Exactly.
Want to go crazy.
And the beauty about that record is, because I have people ask me this all the time, what city you repping? I'm like, I'm repping my city, but I didn't say anything. I didn't say any specific city on the record because I want people to rep their city no matter where the hell y'all from. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, dude.
It was a generalization type thing.
No, yeah, that's smart. That's smart. And that was all intentional?
Yeah, that was all intentional. I want to make sure I wanted everybody to rep their city. Because if I said I'm repping Orlando, I'd have said I'm repping Orlando. But I made it so everybody can play it at wherever they at, and they say they doing it for their city. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole point.
I feel it. Yeah, man. Because that's interesting you say that because I never even noticed. Obviously, I knew you're that's a song and you're doing it for the city. I never actually thought to myself like, what city is he talking about? It just has always felt like, man, he's coming hard. He's repping his city, even though like
no doubt.
he don't specify. That's interesting. I never even noticed that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So it sounds like you come up with lyrics and choruses ideas rather quickly.
Yeah, I don't write.
Oh, really? That's your writing process? Is that you don't write?
I don't write at all, bro. I freestyle. Everything I do is a freestyle.
Wow.
You get me in that vibe, I start repeating certain parts of my line over and over again till I get it right, and then I add on more to it.
Yeah. Damn. So you...
I'm doing how Biggie used to do it. You know how Big used to do it. He never wrote his shit either. He would always freestyle.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because you... That matches all your everything else I hear. You're just one of those natural born prodigies. It's like it comes natural to you almost. Like
word is born, facts.
I'm
the type of person, I'll hear a beat and I'll just sit right there and start thinking of some shit.
Yeah, start vibing out. Do you just listen? Do you need a beat to kind of motivate you, influence you, or some kind of melody or something, or you just do it with a cappella, no beat?
Oh no. I have to have some type of vibe of a beat. Like the beat, I need a beat so I can get a vibe so I know where I'm going.
Mhm.
A beat to me is like a compass.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So without that compass, I'm lost. I'm gonna make sure whatever beat I'm listening to, that compass is gonna lead me to whatever direction either I choose to go or it, whatever the vibe I'm getting from it will take me. So
Because wherever it kind of takes you, you just go with it with the freestyle and just start flowing. And when you're flowing, do you record it while you freestyle, or you just let it go, and then whenever you come with something, you're like, oh, I should run that back, and that was cool.
I'll do a voice memo, and I always tell people all the time. I always tell my peers, I said, if you're gonna do freestyle song, like if you're gonna freestyle, or not even just freestyling, if you're gonna write your raps down, after you write it, record yourself spitting it in a voice memo, so you know where you need to revise it at, where you need to revise it. Like, all right, let me fix a few things. You know what I'm saying? That's the point that I've been trying to give people.
That's a good tip.
Them voice memos is your best friend. I swear to you.
Yeah, and not only that, when you do a voice memo, you're capturing the melody, not just the lyrics that you wrote down on a. You're getting the cadence, the rhythm, the way you say it.
Exactly.
And you can't write that stuff down in a text.
No, you can't.
Notepad.
There's no way. Unless there's a miracle that somebody can make an app like that. No, I'm just playing. But
it's on the way.
Right.
After they hear it here. No, I wouldn't be surprised if something comes in the future. They have miracle. But bro, that's facts. That's a good tip for all musicians, writers out there.
Right.
Did you ever write down? I mean, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Well, no, there are times where I've written stuff. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna sit there and say I'll completely freestyle everything. But there are times where, like before I started releasing music, I would always write something down.
Mhm. Yeah. That's what's up, bro. Dude. Man, I'm juiced, man. So what do you got planned for the future? What are you working on now? And what do you have planned for the future?
I'm trying to work on a video for one of my other records that I got out called Alone. And then I'm also working on an EP. I don't got a title for it yet, but I'm working on an EP for sure.
Nice. Do you plan on dropping that like later this year or probably next year?
I'm gonna just say soon.
Yeah, no, I feel you. You don't want to say too much.
That's a fact.
Is there a music video for I Do This for the City?
Nah, I'm trying to get that on the raps too.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to get that on the raps.
I highly recommend you guys knock out a visual for that. It would go crazy. It would go. I think the music, the videos, the visual, it takes music to another level. Like with the whole combination of the audio and the mixture and all the
facts.
All the apps these days that everyone's just glued to, and it's just in the short attention span, they just want to see something or hear it real quick. Like
that's a fact. That's a whole fact.
No, yeah, I recently dropped a single. This January we dropped the video too, and it's doing better than any other song we've released.
That's what's up.
It motivated me to be like, dude, I need to do more videos because I barely ever do videos. And it's just I guess I need to put that extra effort.
It'd be like that.
You working on a video for Alone?
Yeah, that's one of my R&B hits.
Okay.
I got out.
Nice. On your projects, do you mix R&B and like what you did on I Do This for the City? It's kind of like rap, a little bit of rap.
Yeah, I try to do something like that. Like I even have songs in the vault where I'm singing and rapping. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Type shit. Dude, I love that style. And that's what's hot right now. If you
if I had fighters like that, if you really think about it, I'm rapping the first half, and then like around the second half, I do a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a little vocals in there, like.
Yeah, no, your style is so dope. Keep going, bro. I'm rooting for you. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan now for sure, bro. I've actually already been showing your your music to my brother and my cousins and stuff. Playing it.
Get them streams, get them numbers up, man. Get them numbers up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You already know. But man, thank you again for taking the time out and speaking with us and joining us on the Banski Show.
No doubt, man.
Is there anything that you any else thing you want to plug? And tell us where everyone that's listening could find. Tell us where you want to direct them, and where they can find you, learn more information about you, find your music.
Well, my song "I Do This for the City," along with 4 other singles that I have dropped, are on all streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal. My Instagram, like I said in the beginning, is Milestone Music. That's MYLEZSTONE Music. And follow my boy Envy on Instagram at NVSLKX, who's also on the record with me. You know what I'm saying? We're dropping some more hits soon, for sure.
That's what's up. And that's spelled on the streaming platforms. Look up Mylez da Vinci. That's MYLEZ space DA space VINCI.
Yes, sir. That is it.
Slap that. So quick.
What's up?
Mylez, Brody, thank you so much for joining me again, man.
No doubt, man.
Man, hopefully we can check in again later down the road.